helping hand that doesn't backfire. Most people with a caring nature and good values would happily give a helping hand to anyone in difficulty, even if they wouldn't personally know who the other person is. Sometimes without even thinking of it having any consequence for themselves in the future. Are you careful who you help? As time has become more rough and many people are in difficulties nowadays, many people with good intentions of helping others are experiencing corruption in many cases. Many examples are known from the media, where good and caring people help others in need and are in return either hurt or somehow criminals steal their belongings, leaving them in worse case than if they would not have cared and just walked away, like they didn't see that someone needed help. Since the rise of corruption is at its peak, many good people are now very aware of the fact that they have to be careful who they trust and who they help. Giving a helpful hand is not the same as for a few years ago. The consequence is, of course, that people who are entitled of help doesn't get any help they need, because we don't know if they are true or sincere. So we choose to do a background check before we send any money or give charity through a company. We don't always know if the money is truly being utilized where it was sent for. Ulterior motives for helpfulness. When our parents bring us to life in this world, they do not bring us in order to make us dependent of them. Most parents want us to be able to live a good life and be independent. If we are to be dependent of them, one day when they no more are here in this world, we would have difficulty adapting to this. The goal is to raise children who can contribute positively to the community, Muslims and non-Muslims. If a policewoman sees a man wanting to take suicide from a bridge, and she manages to talk him out of it, believing that he has a purpose in his life, even though it looks a bit dark right now, that doesn't mean that the policewoman had ulterior motives for helping him. It is her duty. So when some people help other people because of their soft-heartedness, and that they believe in the good in them, most of us are just practicing the life of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. We can start spinning on the idea that she saved him because she wanted to marry him or would want some money in return for being helpful. We want humanity to win. Good-natured people are helping, although so many countries are facing severe trials. Let not be the reason why people stop helping in goodness. A life is precious, no matter whose it is. But that doesn't mean that the life you're supposed to save is the one who is allowed to rape you or seduce you or harm you or follow you and torture you. To save a life is like saving humankind. Allah sees and knows who's good and who's not. Don't come in the way of others' successes, even if you have envious in your heart. If someone has helped you through a difficult situation, just supplicate for them. That will be sufficient for you to return and repay the favor. You don't have to or force them to be a part of your life. That is something else than repaying a favor. It so happens often that when someone from the opposite gender helps us, we think they help us because they love us. It's important that we regain belief in the kindness of humanity. People help you regardless of who you are, not because they love you, but because they are humane. Not always mistake kindness or politeness for flirtation or love. It's two different things. Bottom line, kind people with a sound heart and good intention and humanity intact, they will help people out of difficulty. That's it. Nothing more. Don't expect or put so much in a nice gesture that because of this people stop doing good deeds and help people who are in humane trouble. If we get the idea that a good gesture will backfire, goodness will decrease. People falling on a sidewalk where thousands are walking won't be helped by anyone anymore. We don't want that kind of a world, do we? We want a safe world where people help each other, no matter if anyone is rich or poor, just because we want humanity to win. If people fear for their family's security when they help other people, they might stop helping other people in need for the rest of their lives. We don't want such a society, do we? then stop harassing those who are helping you, isn't it? Very few people are so unselfish that they dare to risk their loved ones' lives in order to save one life or two lives or even 10 lives. They barely know. Our priority is our family first. And anyone who tries to come in the way, then humanity is the first that will die.